your
things.
favorite go-to as a starting point then when you're working with someone that's never done this before or has done so, but they aren't comfortable in their own skin, as it were, when they present? Where's your starting point?
My starting point would be physically to loosen them up.
Right.
So I would very gently, because a lot of people are neck up, right? A lot of thinking, and they kind of forget that they've got a body down here, and it's incredibly important. Important to loosen up, to warm up, because I wouldn't go on stage without warming up, and Usain Bolt wouldn't run 100 meters without warming up. If you're going to do something that's got meaning, and got nerves involved, right? You've got to warm up. If they're a hyper person, I teach them how to bring themselves down a little bit. If they're too quiet, their energy's too low, I'd figure out ways for them, exercises for them to do to bring their energy up a little bit. Then I would focus very much on breath, because breath, as an actor, breath is the cornerstone of everything.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you say this, because we're completely aligned on this. I think that energy, what I call state, where you operate from a fundamental place, is how you affect and implement everything you do. And breath work, absolutely important.
Yeah. Well, emotion is completely connected to breath as well. So you can make yourself cry by shallow breathing. Because,
really?
Yeah. If you shallow breathe like you do when you cry,
yeah.
Because I work with young doctors and I have to do courses on breaking bad news. But I have to have bad news delivered to me, and I have to react
authentically.
And I use my breath for that completely. Your brain recognizes your breathing pattern and associates it with being upset, for example, and you can teach your breath that, because your diaphragm is a muscle and it's an instrument, and you can strengthen it and use it for your own advantage. Right. I mean, the first 3 weeks of drama school, I spent lying on the floor. It was all breath, breath. Yeah. All about how you can connect to it, how you can keep connection when you're doing something different. And how you can make it work for you. Now, that's quite obviously intensive breath work, but you can do very simple things with your breath to connect, to calm yourself, to get yourself ready, to power your voice. So breath is where I go next. So these physical things that can really help. It also helps with your confidence if you're relaxed.
And calms you down, I guess, as well, right?
Exactly, yeah.
You've got the old you've got the jitters and the pre-pitched nerves.
Yeah, it can G you up. There's the one thing is obviously that you can do long, slow breaths, but you can also do the ones where you're just trying to flicker an imaginary candle, and that's getting your diaphragm going, getting your energy up.
Right. Okay.
There's many different ways you can use that, and again, they're not all complicated. You can introduce these really fast with people and get some results immediately.